My boss told me a secret. It was a Tuesday. It was a rainy day. The sky was gray. The office was cold. I will never forget that day. My name is Jessica. I am 24 years old. I live in a big city. The city is loud. The city is busy. But I often feel small. I often feel quiet. I work in a very tall building. My office is on the 20th floor. I am an assistant. It is a simple job. I answer the phone. I make coffee. I organize papers. I type emails. I am not a manager. I am not famous. I am just Jessica. My boss is Mr. Sterling. He is a very powerful man. He is rich. He is famous in the business world. He wears expensive suits. He has a deep voice. He does not smile often. Everyone is afraid of him. When he walks down the hall, people stop talking. They look down. They work faster. They are scared. I was scared of him too. I tried to be invisible. I tried to stay in my corner. I did not want him to look at me. I thought I was not important. But then he called me. It was 4:00 p.m. I was tired. I wanted to go home. The phone on my desk rang. It was a loud sound. I picked it up. "Hello, this is Jessica." "Jessica," a deep voice said. It was him. It was Mr. Sterling. My heart beat fast. "Yes, Mr. Sterling. Come to my office," he said. "Now, and close the door behind you." The phone clicked. He hung up. My hands started to shake. I was terrified. Why did he want to see me? Did I make a mistake? Did I forget to send an email? Did I make the coffee too cold? I thought I am going to lose my job. He is going to fire me. I stood up slowly. My legs felt heavy. I walked down the long hallway. The carpet was blue. The walls were white. It felt like a very long walk. Other people looked at me. They looked worried. "Good luck, Jessica," my friend Sarah whispered. I nodded. I could not speak. My throat was dry. I arrived at his big wooden door. It was a heavy door. I knocked 3 times. "Knock, knock, knock. Come in," he said. I opened the door. I walked inside. I closed the door behind me just like he said. His office was huge. It smelled like old books and expensive cologne. There was a big window. You could see the whole city from there. You could see the cars. They looked like little toys. You could see the people. They looked like ants. Mr. Sterling was standing by the window. He was looking out at the rain. He did not turn around. "Sit down, Jessica," he said. His voice was low. I sat on a chair. The chair was big and soft. I felt very small in it. I put my hands on my lap. I waited. The room was silent. The only sound was the rain on the glass. Finally, Mr. Sterling turned around. He looked at me. His eyes were gray. They were serious. He walked to his desk. He sat down. He looked at me for a long time. "Do you know why you are here?" he asked. "No, sir," I whispered. "Did I do something wrong?" He did not answer immediately. He leaned forward. He put his hands on the desk. "Jessica," he said, "I have a secret. I have not told anyone. Clear's throat, not my wife, not my partners, not my friends." My eyes went wide. Why was he telling me? I was just the assistant. He is powerful and rich, I thought. I am nobody. "This secret," he continued, "is about you." I stopped breathing for a second. About me. What did he mean? "Me, sir?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "But first, I must tell you a story. Will you listen?" "Yes, of course," I said. Mr. Sterling sighed. He looked tired. Suddenly, he did not look scary. He looked like a normal man. He looked like a grandfather. 20 years ago, he began. "I started this company. I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be powerful. I worked every day. I worked every night. I did not sleep. I did not see my family. I only cared about success. I listened carefully. I nodded. I became rich, he said. I bought this building. I bought cars. I bought houses. Everyone respects me. Everyone fears me. But Jessica, I lost something. What did you lose? I asked. I lost my kindness, he said. I forgot how to be a person. I only became a boss. I looked at people and I only saw workers. I did not see their hearts. I did not see their dreams. He looked sad. I felt sorry for him. I forgot that I was scared. But then he said, I saw you. Me. I said again, yes, you have worked here for 2 years, Jessica. I watch everyone. I have cameras. I have reports, but I also watch with my own eyes. He opened a drawer in his desk. He pulled out a small notebook. It was an old black notebook. I write things in this book, he said. Things that matter. He opened the book. He started to read. January 12th, he read. It was snowing. The cleaner dropped a bucket of water in the lobby. Everyone walked past him. Everyone was angry at the mess. But Jessica stopped. She helped him clean it up. She smiled at him. She asked about his children. I remembered that day. The cleaner's name was Sam. He was a nice man. Mr. Sterling read again. March 5th. It was a birthday party for the manager. There was one piece of cake left. Jessica was hungry, but she saw the intern looking at the cake. Jessica gave the cake to the intern. She said she was not hungry. She lied. She was kind. I blushed. My face felt hot. I did not know he saw that. May 20th, he continued. I was in the elevator with you. I was in a bad mood. I dropped my pen. It was a cheap pen. I did not care. But you picked it up. You wiped it clean. Greater than clear's throat, greater than you gave it to me. You said, have a good day, Mr. Sterling. You looked me in the eyes. You were not trying to get money. You were just being polite. He closed the book. He put his hand on it. Jessica, he said, in this building, everyone wants something from me. They want money. They want a promotion. They want power. They are nice to me because I am the boss. But they are not nice to others. They are not nice to the cleaners. They are not nice to the interns. He stood up again. He walked around the desk. He stood in front of me. You are different. He said, you are kind when no one is watching. That is rare. That is special. I did not know what to say. I felt tears in my eyes. I always thought I was weak. I thought I was not aggressive enough for business. I thought I was too soft. I thought I was bad at my job. I said softly, no, Mr. Sterling said, you are the best at your job because your job is to help people and you do it well. He took a deep breath. Now, here is the secret. The real secret, he lowered his voice. I am sick, Jessica. I am not going to be the boss for much longer. I have to retire. I have to go home and rest. I gasped. I am so sorry, sir. It is okay, he said. I am old. It is time. But I need to choose a new leader. I need to choose someone to take care of a special project. I have a foundation, a charity. We give millions of dollars to help schools and hospitals. He looked at me intensely. I do not want a shark to run it, he said. I do not want someone who loves money. I want someone who loves people. I want someone with a good heart. My heart pounded in my chest. Thump, thump, thump. I am promoting you, Jessica, he said. I could not believe my ears promoting me, but I am just an assistant. Not anymore, he said. I want you to be the director of my charity foundation. You will have a big office. You will have a team. You will have a good salary. But most importantly, you will help thousands of people. I sat there. My mouth was open. I was in shock. Me, I whispered. Are you sure? I am sure, he said. I have watched you for 2 years. You have the secret power, the power of kindness. It is stronger than money. It is stronger than fear. He smiled. It was a clear throat, real smile. It reached his eyes. But you must promise me one thing, he said. Anything, I said. Don't tell anyone yet, he said. Not until next week. I want to announce it myself. I want to see their faces when they learn that the quiet assistant is now the director. He winked at me. It will be our secret, he said. I smiled. Okay, it is our secret. I stood up. I felt different. I felt taller. I felt strong. Thank you, Mr. Sterling, I said. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for being you, Jessica, he replied. I walked to the door. I opened it. I looked back one last time. Mr. Sterling was looking out the window again, but he did not look lonely anymore. I walked out into the hallway. The carpet was still blue. The walls were still white, but the world looked brighter. My friend Sarah looked at me. She looked worried. Are you okay, Jessica? Did he fire you? I looked at her. I wanted to shout. I wanted to dance. I wanted to tell her everything, but I remembered his words. Don't tell anyone. I smiled a small secret smile. I am fine, Sarah, I said. Everything is going to be okay. I went back to my desk. I sat down. The phone rang. I answered it. Hello, this is Jessica. My voice sounded different. It sounded confident. It sounded happy. I looked at my computer. I looked at the coffee cup. It was the same desk, but I was not the same person. I learned a big lesson that day. I want to share it with you. Sometimes you feel small. Sometimes you feel like no one sees you. You work hard. You are kind. But you think it does not matter. You think you need to be loud to be important. You think you need to be rich to be powerful. But that is not true. Kindness is a secret language. People see it. The right people see it. My boss saw me. He saw the real me. Maybe you are like me. Maybe you are quiet. Maybe you are shy. Do not worry. Do not change. Keep being kind. Keep working hard. Keep helping people. Someone is watching. Someone appreciates you. And one day, your life can change in one moment, just like mine did. I finished my work that day. I put on my coat. I walked to the elevator. I pressed the button for the lobby. The elevator doors opened. There were other people inside. They were important managers. They were talking about money. They did not look at me. Usually I would look at the floor. I would feel shy. But today I looked up. I looked at the numbers changing. 191,817. I touched my pocket. I had a small piece of paper there. Mr. Sterling gave it to me before I left. It was the code for my new office. I smiled. The elevator reached the bottom floor. The doors opened. I walked out into the busy street. The rain had stopped. The sun was coming out. I walked to the subway station. I was just a girl in a coat. Nobody knew my name. Nobody knew my secret. But I knew I am Jessica. I am kind and I am important. And you are too. Never forget that you are the main character of your story. Even if you are quiet, even if you are in the background, your heart is your power. This is my story. It is a simple story, but it is true. Thank you for listening. And remember, shish, it is a secret. But now, it is a secret we share. Good luck. You can do great things just like me. Narrator continues with a new anecdote to deepen the story. Let me tell you one more thing. I want you to understand why this was so hard for me. I did not grow up with money. My family was poor. My father was a farmer. My mother was a teacher in a small school. We lived in a very small village. I remember my first day in the big city. I arrived at the train station. I had one suitcase. It was old and brown. I had one pair of good shoes. I looked at the tall buildings. They touched the clouds. I felt dizzy. I felt like a mouse in a house of giants. I applied for many jobs. I went to many interviews. Do you have experience? They asked. No, I said. Do you have a degree from a big university? They asked. No, I said. I was rejected many times. I was sad. I called my mother. I cried on the phone. Mom, I cannot do this. I said, the city is too hard. The people are too cold. My mother spoke to me softly. She said, Jessica, you have something special. You are honest. You work hard. Don't give up. The right door will open. I wiped my tears. I tried again. I got the job at Mr. Sterling's company. It was the lowest job. The pay was low. The hours were long. But I remembered my mother's words. Be honest. Work hard. Every morning I arrived at 8,000 a.m. I was the first person there. I turned on the lights. I made the coffee. I checked the paper in the printer. Every evening I left at 6:00 p.m. I was often the last person to leave. I cleaned my desk. I made a list for the next day. Some people laughed at me. Why do you work so hard, Jessica? They asked. Mr. Sterling doesn't care. He doesn't know your name. They were wrong. Now I know that character is everything. Let me tell you about the week after the secret meeting. It was the hardest week of my life. I had to keep the secret. I went to work on Wednesday. I saw Mr. Sterling in the hallway. He was walking with 3 men in gray suits. They looked very serious. Mr. Sterling looked at me. His face was blank. He did not smile. He did not wave. He acted like he did not know me. My stomach hurt. I thought, was it a dream? Did I imagine it? Maybe he forgot. I went to my desk. I worked quietly. At lunch, I sat in the cafeteria. I sat alone. I ate my sandwich. 2 managers sat near me. They were talking loudly. Did you hear? One said. Mr. Sterling is retiring soon. Really? The other asked. Who will take over the charity? It is a big job. I heard it will be Mr. Roberts, the first man said. He is very aggressive. He loves money. I chewed my sandwich slowly. I wanted to say, no, it is not Mr. Roberts. It is me. But I stayed quiet. I drank my water. I kept the secret. Thursday came. Then Friday. On Friday afternoon, there was a big meeting. It was a town hall meeting. That means everyone in the company must go. We gathered in the big auditorium. There were hundreds of people. There were lights. There was a stage. Mr. Sterling walked onto the stage. He stood at the microphone. The room was silent. Good afternoon, he said. Good afternoon, Mr. Sterling. Everyone said together. He spoke about the year. He spoke about profits. He spoke about the future. Then he stopped. He drank some water. I have an announcement, he said. I am stepping down. The crowd gasped. People started whispering. What? Who will lead us? I am creating a new position, Mr. Sterling said. Director of the Sterling Foundation. This person will control our charity work. They will have a seat on the board. Mr. Roberts stood up. He buttoned his jacket. He smiled. He thought it was him. This person, Mr. Sterling said, is someone special. Someone who represents the heart of this company. He looked at the crowd. He looked at the managers. He looked at the directors. Then his eyes found me. I was standing in the back near the door. Please welcome, he said loudly. Miss Jessica Miller. The room went quiet. Dead quiet. People looked around. Who? Jessica the assistant. I froze. I could not move. Jessica, please come up, Mr. Sterling said. He held out his hand. My legs were shaking, but I started to walk. I walked past Sarah. Her mouth was open. I walked past the managers. They looked shocked. I walked past Mr. Roberts. He looked angry. I walked up the stairs to the stage. The lights were bright. I stood next to Mr. Sterling. He put his hand on my shoulder. This is Jessica, he told everyone. She has been my assistant for 2 years. Many of you do not know her. You walk past her every day, but I know her. She is the hardest worker here. She is the kindest person here. And she is the future. Then something amazing happened. Sarah started to clap, 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 clap. Then the cleaner Sam started to clap. Then the intern started to clap. Soon everyone was clapping. The sound was loud like thunder. They were cheering for me. I looked at the crowd. I smiled. I was not scared anymore. I took the microphone. My hand was steady. Thank you, I said. My voice was clear. I promised to do my best. I promised to lead with kindness. That was the beginning of my new life. It has been 1 year now. My life is very different. I have a nice office. I wear nice clothes. I have meetings with important people, but I have not changed. I still say hello to the cleaner. I still make my own coffee sometimes. I still hold the elevator door for people. Mr. Sterling is retired now. He is happy. He travels the world. He sends me postcards. Last week he sent me a card from Italy. It said, "Dear Jessica, I hear you are doing a great job. I am proud of you. Keep the secret safe." I laughed. The secret is not a secret anymore. Everyone knows. But the lesson is the secret. The lesson is that you do not need to be cruel to be strong. You do not need to shout to be heard. If you are listening to this story, maybe you are at work right now. Maybe you are on the bus. Maybe you are in your bedroom. Maybe you feel like you are waiting for your life to start. I want to tell you your life is happening now. Every small thing you do matters. When you smile at a stranger, it matters. When you help a friend, it matters. When you work hard when no one is looking, it matters. Build your character. Be a good person. That is the best success. I am Jessica. I was the quiet girl in the corner. Now I am a leader. If I can do it, you can do it, too. Believe in yourself. Trust your story. Thank you for listening to me. I have to go now. I have a meeting, but this time I am the boss. Goodbye, my friends. Have a wonderful day. And remember, be kind because you never know who is watching.